George W. Bush served as the 43rd President of the United States from 2001 to 2009. Prior to his presidency, Bush served as the Governor of Texas from 1995 to 2000. He is a member of the Republican Party and was elected president in 2000 after a highly controversial election. His presidency was marked by significant events, including the 9/11 terrorist attacks, the War on Terror, the Iraq War, Hurricane Katrina, and the 2008 financial crisis. What George W. Bush did well. Leadership during 9/11. President Bush's leadership in the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks received widespread praise. He quickly addressed the nation and provided a sense of reassurance and unity during a time of crisis. No Child Left Behind. In 2001, Bush signed the No Child Left Behind Act, which aimed to improve education standards and accountability in public schools. PEPFAR. In 2003, Bush launched the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, which provided billions of dollars in funding to combat HIV/AIDS, primarily in sub-Saharan Africa. This initiative is widely regarded as one of Bush's most significant achievements. Tax cuts. In 2001 and 2003, Bush signed into law significant tax cuts, which aimed to stimulate economic growth and create jobs. Medicare prescription drug benefit. In 2003, Bush signed into law the Medicare Prescription Drug Improvement and Modernization Act, which created a prescription drug benefit for seniors under the Medicare program. What George W. Bush did wrong. The Iraq War. The most controversial aspect of Bush's presidency was his decision to invade Iraq in 2003, citing concerns over weapons of mass destruction. The war was highly unpopular and resulted in the deaths of thousands of American troops and Iraqi civilians. Hurricane Katrina. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina devastated the Gulf Coast, causing over 1,800 deaths and billions of dollars in damages. The federal government's response was widely criticized as slow and inadequate. Economic policies. Although Bush's tax cuts aimed to stimulate economic growth, his economic policies were criticized for contributing to the 2008 financial crisis. Many argue that the deregulation of the financial industry and lack of oversight led to the crisis. Guantanamo Bay. In 2002, Bush authorized the detention of suspected terrorists at the Guantanamo Bay Detention Center, where many were held without charge or trial. The detention center was widely criticized for its human rights violations and lack of due process. AI's assessment of George W. Bush. Overall, George W. Bush's presidency was marked by significant achievements and controversies. His leadership in the aftermath of 9/11 and his efforts to combat HIV/AIDS through PEPFAR are widely regarded as his most significant accomplishments. However, his decision to invade Iraq and the resulting war, Hurricane Katrina response, economic policies, and Guantanamo Bay Detention Center are significant black marks on his presidency. Ultimately, Bush's legacy will be shaped by these events and how history judges them.